Hey y'all, I'm Lisa Harper. I am a Bible teacher. I'm a very mediocre author. I speak at conferences when I'm invited. I'm a grateful adoptive mom. I'm a recovering Pharisee and a redeemed hot mess, and I am super excited about this new resource from Zondervan Bibles. It's the NIV Application Bible. This study Bible follows the premise of the NIV Application Commentary series, which was built to really explain the original context and the meaning of Scripture before connecting that to contemporary life. So I'd love to take a look inside with y'all and just go over some of the resources that are included. Every single book of the Bible starts with a book introduction, which gives you the basic information like the book's author, when it was written, as well as perspective and application so that God's words really line up with our lives. And then as you get into the text at the bottom of each page, you'll find original meaning notes. Those are the notes right there. Real easy to read. I can actually read it without my glasses. And then here in the blue, actually I would call that purple, but I could be almost colorblind at this age. So let's just say blurple. In the blue purple, these shaded boxes, you have the real-time application notes based on the meaning and the context of the passage, which so helps us connect these biblical truisms to daily life. That's where we really find that the Bible is not a rule book or a textbook. It's a love story relevant today. Every chapter in these NIV application Bibles also include a question for growth at the top of the page. Like this one here in Genesis 2, they include suggestions for prayer and reflection and action. So again, all of these study tools really help us incorporate biblical truisms into everyday life. This becomes less about something that's dutiful for us to do if we're good Christians, and it's more about delight. It's more about having a real, vibrant relationship with a God who loves us more than we can even imagine. Okay, also throughout this NIV Application Bible, we've got a bunch of these people to know boxes. Now I've moved from Genesis into 1 Kings. And so the person to know here in 1 Kings 17, based on the last chapter, is Ahab. You want to hiss when you say Ahab. And so it'll explain. Ahab was among the most wicked kings of the northern kingdom of Israel, doing more evil in God's eyes than all the kings before him. I love these people to know study tools because sometimes I forget. So these brief character studies, they remind us, they show us, they reveal to us how God accomplishes his purposes through people throughout this love story we call the Bible, this redemptive narrative. And each one of these people to know sections is followed by another application section. I love these because they really help us understand how to integrate these lessons, the truths in these stories to our everyday lives. Okay, now I've moved to Psalm 139, my favorite song in the Psalter, and you see this tan box. The tan boxes are the character of God articles. They explore facets of who our God is and what they mean for us as Christ followers. I love, like here in Psalm 139, it talks about the omnipresence of God. What does it mean that God is everywhere we go? That's not a lyric from a police song. That's a truth from Scripture. And these tan character of God boxes, they again are followed by another application. You got to love these application sections because once again, they're designed to give us insight into how to better understand who God is, who he is as our Redeemer, and how he's called us to live as his beloved. There's so many study helps in these Bibles, y'all. I just love it. I love the way this Bible, this NIV Application Bible, it connects the lessons that we find throughout Scripture to our lives. This isn't just information about God. This is actually a roadmap into a more intimate relationship with God. Sometimes, the ancient stories of the Bible can seem so far removed from our current everyday life to modern context. But these notes that you'll find all throughout the NIV Application Bible, pulled from the Application Commentary series, they're like these beautiful, wonderful ellipses that connect the world of the Bible with with us. So you realize this is not an ancient textbook or a rule book. This is a divine love story. You can find yourself in this story. You can learn more, a whole bunch more, about the NIV Application Bible and other NIV Application Commentary resources at nivapplicationbible.com. That's nivapplicationbible.com.